Hello Crafty friends, this is the Paper Chef. Welcome to part 7 of Back to School with the Brother ScanNCut. In this final tutorial in the series, I'm going to be showing you how to cut out magnetic letters using the Brother ScanNCut. And as a bonus, we're going to be making these letters have glitter on them. The students will love them, they'll be able to create words, and not only that, you'll be able to create different objects using magnets, which is great for teaching sequencing, spelling, and all kinds of math problems. Let's get started. The first thing you need to do when you turn on your ScanNCut is go into Pattern. Then we're going to select the letters. I'm going to use this first font because it's really good for making magnets. And I've already done A, B, C, D, E. Let's do F, G, H, and I. I know that's how many 4 or 5 letters will fit across my glitter paper. Okay, so I'm just going to pick 4 letters. I'm going to go ahead and say set on the mat. Now, when I go into the edit mode and I try to resize these, look what happens. I'm going to try to make them 1.5 high. Okay? And look, I can't make them 1.5 inches high. You may be wondering why that is. The reason is everything that you resize in the Brother ScanNCut resizes from the inside outwards. You need to move this away from the side of your mat. Then you'll have room to grow. Okay, you'll have this extra inch here. Now I can go ahead and make them 1.5 inches high. It doesn't matter how big you make your letters, just remember and write down how big you made your letters. If you leave this options like this and you only change the height, the width will stay in proportion. So I choose to change the height of the letters because no matter how many letters I put across, as long as I'm changing just the height, they'll stay consistent. Okay, I'm going to put the letters right here for now, F, G, H, and I, and I'm going to say okay. And then I'm going to show you about how the magnets will work, and we're going to use a background scanning feature. Okay, so I'm using a different mat for my magnets than I am for my glitter paper because I got glitter all over my other mat. So when you take your magnetic material and you attach it, I recommend painter's tape. In fact, let me just give you lots of room here. I don't want you to miss any steps because this tutorial here is going to tie together everything you learned in this series. All right, we're using thick material. We're using magnetic material. It's like the kind of stuff that you use like a vent cover. Okay, you can get it at both craft shops or home supply stores, but I'm also going to have a link to my affiliate link on Amazon. So if you're going to get it anyway, please get it there. It will not cost you any extra, and it's pretty cheap stuff. Okay, so this is magnetic. These are magnetic sheets, okay? I try to stick them on the mat, and even though this mat is kind of sticky, this is just such heavy material, it just won't stick. Therefore, I'm using painter's tape to hold the magnetic material on. Okay, so that's important to know. I'm going to push that down. I'm just going to show you a piece of the material, okay? Just looks like this. You have to remember that you're going to cut on this side because this is your magnetic side. Okay, so always cut on this side. If not, your letters, if you cut on this side, it would work for shapes, but your letters would be backwards. So don't cut on this side. Always use the white side up. What's great about this material is you can stamp onto it. You can color it with Sharpie markers, all kinds of things. So there's a lot you can do with this magnetic material. And I hope all the teachers out there and crafters are just like letting their imagination run wild on how you can use magnets with your Brother ScanNCut. All right, we're back to looking at the screen. I'm going to go ahead and load my mat using this button here. Let's not miss any steps right here. Load the mat. And now I'm going to use background scan because remember I just showed you I had some other letters on this mat. I don't want to cut where the other letters were. You have to be really careful with your tape that it doesn't, see how I'm sticking it back down when it comes out the back. You make sure your tape doesn't get caught inside your scanner. That's why I don't use washi tape. Washi tape gets caught a lot. All right, see what I mean? If I were to just cut those magnets right now, they'd be on top of those other holes, and I need them to be in this area here. So I'm going to cut 4 right there, F, G, H, I. I'm happy with that. It's not going to cut on the tape, although it would cut right through the tape. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to go ahead and say cut. But before I do, I need to tell you the settings. You're going to be surprised to know after how many times we use the deep cut blade in this course that we're not using that for magnets. You may be surprised to know that you can actually just use your regular standard blade for magnetic material. It's a very smooth material. The blade cuts right through it. But you do need to go up to a 10. So use a blade depth of 10 for magnetic material. Standard blade depth, the blue one that came with your Brother ScanNCut. We're using the ScanNCut 2. All right, now the other settings. Go into settings with the little wrench and go down to page 2. And you're going to use a cut speed of 2 and a cut pressure of 3. I've done some experimentation and this just works, but maybe it'll be a little different for your machine. Always slow down your speed whenever you have, any thick materials, and the pressure whenever you have thick materials, you always raise it. Or I just had to raise it a little bit. All right, so let's cut it and then we can decorate it. So let's say start. Now as it's cutting, I'm going to show you what I do. Whoa, hold on. Stop, quit cutting. See what I mean? I was about to hold it and show you what I do because it's already slipped. These mats are not very sticky. Brother, get it together. All right, let me just load the mat again. All right. So what I was trying to show you, and I'm just going to head and cut and start again, is that you have to hold that magnetic material down when it first goes through, see? And do this, because otherwise you cut right through your mat and as the magnetic material slips. And this is what I was trying to do, and it already did slip. It's a shame that we have to use painter's tape, and it's a shame that we have to do all these crazy things just to make the mat stick. If any of you are Cricut users, you'll know what I mean. Cricut rocks when it comes to mats. But it doesn't scan, so hey, I like this machine better. But let's not digress. We're going to unload the mat, and we're going to go ahead and take the magnets off the mat. Awesome! All right, so we have 4 magnets. I'll stick them to some metal later, but we have FGHI. Let's leave FGHI on here, just right where it is, and let's now cut in glitter. Let's see what fell. That was my sticker machine. We'll get to that later. All right, we're using another mat because I told you I had glitter all over this mat, so we're going to use this mat for the glitter paper. You can use any glitter paper you want. I'll show you a few different kinds of glitter paper, but for now I'm going to use this glitter paper that I already have. Just use what you have. I know you all have glitter paper. You're probably shaking your heads like, oh yes, we have a lot of paper. I have a lot of paper. All right, I'm using what's called, this is retired from Stampin' Up. Okay, so just so you know, in case you have any Stampin' Up paper, Miss and Magic 6x6 paper. It's called 6x6 glimmer paper. So that's what I'm using. It's a very thick glitter paper. All right, sticking it on the mat. I'm gonna take my painter's tape. Let's find the painter's tape. Sorry, I might not be able to use painter's tape. I'll just use this. We can always recycle the pieces I already have. Sorry for making the tripod move. All right. When you can't find your roll of painter's tape, just recycle pieces you already have. But tape down that glitter paper. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and load the mat. Okay, and the only difference is now, I'm just gonna leave my settings as they are because this worked for me with that paper. I just went from a 10 down to a 7, and it worked fine for me. I tried 6 and it wouldn't cut my glitter paper, but then I tried 7 and it did, and it didn't cut my mat, so therefore 7 it is. I'll have all this stuff in the show notes inside the description of the video, and you can look up all the different materials I use. You can look up the settings I used. Okay, let's go ahead and say cut, and let's go ahead and start. We're just cutting 4 letters, and again, I'm holding that paper there. It's already slipping a little bit. That's okay, because I think I caught it in time. Okay, so I should have done a background scan because really, a couple of my letters cut into the blank area, and I should have done a background scan, but do as I say, not as I do. And the point is, we got a couple letters here to make the magnets out of. So we'll just do the H and the I. All right, so I could have made these onto sticker paper. We talked about cutting stickers in this series. I could have also used something called Stick It, and it's something you put on the paper before you cut it, and it makes stickers. But I find with little letters like this, it's just a lot easier using a little sticker machine called Xyron, not sure how to say it. It fell on the floor, so excuse me while I go get it. Okay, I'm using my smaller version. In this series, I use larger versions of this machine. I have, I don't know, 5 of these different machines, all different sizes and shapes. I don't even know if they even still sell this one, but I'll still link to whatever they sell similar to it on Amazon. All right, so you stick your sticker in there, H, and you just pull. It just doesn't get any easier than that. Manual sticker maker. And you put your eye in there. You just put them face up the way you look at them. Okay, you stick it in there, pull. See, I'm pulling out the other side. And that's it. Then when you're done pulling, you just peel it off. And you give it a rub. And then all the extra stickies. So I've just created 2 stickers, an H and an I. But take this extra sticky part and try to go around your craft room. That's what I do. And I clean up all this extra glitter that I have everywhere in my craft room right now. So that's what I do with this extra sticky before I throw it out. All right, so here we have an H and an I. Now let's find the magnets. Remember we made a, whatever, E, F, G, H, I. So we're just going to make these into stickers. H. I don't want you to miss any steps. H. Okay, it's a sticker on this side, and we're sticking it right on the magnet. And you can put on your glasses if you need to line it up. There you go. A perfect sticker, the same size as the magnet, okay? Awesome. Imagine the kids doing this themselves too. Let them make their own magnets. I mean, they can even design them and make them themselves. Don't put the sticker on that side. You got to put the sticker on the white side. All right, now I'm going to take out my magnetic board because I'll also show you some crafts. And I mean, to tell you the truth, these are great the way they are. You have you can use these magnetic sheets and they're already white on the front. You can color them with Sharpie markers and color and stamp on them and sponge them and ink them and paint them. So why even, you don't need to cover them in glitter. But hey, glitter's exciting. So I used 2 of the colors. I used the first magnets. I used this shade of glitter for some of my magnets, and then I used the blue. And let's see what else came in this pack. And I'm gonna show you some other glitter to use, and then I'm gonna do that real quick because then I can get my magnetic board up here. So we have 3 kinds of glitter paper, and that was a blade depth of 7. If I was using this kind of glitter paper, and this is cardstock glitter paper I got on clearance at Hobby Lobby. I don't think they have it anymore, but I'll see if I can link to it. And this one, I would use just a blade depth of 6 because this is a little thinner, okay? And then you have this glitter paper, and I probably would need just a blade depth of 6 for this one. Glitter cardstock matte. I mean, I plan on making different letters. I've already made some things out of this paper, but I just plan on making different colored magnets. So just use whatever glitter paper you have. All right, now I'm gonna grab the magnetic board. Making some room. And take these off because I had them loosely stuck on here. See, I don't have any, there's no adhesive on it, just so you know. These are magnetic. And that's the nice thing about the sticker machine is the adhesive peels right off until it hardens. It does get permanent, but it's repositionable until it's permanent. So permanent, in a little while it will turn permanent, but you can actually move things around a little while the glue is setting. All right, here's my magnetic board. And on the magnetic board, I already have some, sorry for my tripod fell. I have these cute little magnets I created with the Animal Outing Designer Series paper by Stampin' Up. So you can create, that's a whole other video tutorial on my YouTube channel about how to make magnets, how to make your own sticker magnets. Okay, but right now we're talking about back to school. So let me get a little clear section of the board here. Here we go. So there are magnet letters. ABC, which I had already cut. I already had the D cut. We have the H we just made. We just have the I. And I have an extra B from over here. Let's see. Here's a few that we didn't cover with glitter. And you can just let your imagination run wild about all the different things you can do. Because picture, you have letters here so they can make words. If these were numbers, they can make equations. You can even cut out the symbols for the equations. I have some tutorials on the ScanNCut canvas as well. And you can use online clip art. And SVG files and make your own magnets of any shape and size. You can create 4 or 5 pictures, cut out the shapes to put the pictures on. Then you put your photos onto the magnet and let the students, and make some little arrows and let the students put the things that are happening in sequential order. Because that's always one of the standards, is always talking about sequence of the different events and different timelines that they need to know. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And just to review, we used a blade depth of 10, a speed of 2, and a pressure of 3 to cut the magnets. We used a blade depth of 7, a speed of 2, and a pressure of 3 to cut the glitter paper. In this series, I just want to review what we covered in this series. We covered how to cut out stencils, stickers, felt, post-it note material, magnetic material, and a lot more. Okay, so I just really hope that you enjoyed this series. Please feel free to comment in the description. And if you really want to delve way deeper into the Brother ScanNCut, as if we didn't delve deep enough, then please take my courses. I have Brother ScanNCut Basics course and a Brother ScanNCut Advanced course. And there will be coupons and a link in the description to my courses. Thank you for watching. This is the Papered Chef.